Set down the rules real quick for today's stream. It's only gonna happen, well, I say it's only gonna happen today, but we never know if any other Sundays will be the same case where it's like way too long. I mentioned on my Discord that for today's stream I'm going to ignore chat while reading for the SCPs, because usually when I stream I do like 1 or 2 paragraphs and then I read chat and I respond to chat, and then I go reading on, right? That of course adds minutes towards the reading itself, and then I also end up like making jokes with you guys and having a little bit of banter, which I usually really enjoy, but today we have to skip that today, otherwise I'll be here for quite some time. Because again, I do think it's going to be a 5-hour read at least. So I will have to cut that down. At the end of each SCP, you guys can... I prefer if you like, if you get whatever you want to tell me ready to send by the last paragraph, like the last paragraph you see, just be ready to like, whatever you want to tell me. And then once I'm done reading, we can have a quick chat about the SCP. Because I don't want, like, you know, fully, how to say this, cast you guys out. This isn't, because otherwise, what's the point of me? I could have just then, you know, record this in private without having to stream it. So, but yes, let's just keep it time efficient. Let's keep it time efficient. Just for the day, and whatever Sunday will come up next where I have to shorten down the time a little bit. But now though, we have the author Dexter note, which is also called Dr. Django Bridge. This is the last one of the SCPs that we get to read. And it's been a hot... Also, how are you, Afro? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. The last one we had of Dexter note was a long, like 700 ago. So it was like 2113, which was the like, it's not an alligator, but it looks like an alligator type skull that haunts you. I believe it like it haunts you so much that you get a cardiac arrest, like you get a heart attack. That's how bad. That's how much it haunts you. And Dexter note, thank you so much for all of your work. It was a pleasure reading all your SCPs that we got to read. We also had Organized Organism, Blue Lady Cigarettes, Two Fairies. Yeah, no, these are some ones that I don't have on my channel, but well, Two Fairy I do on the other one. So it has been a journey with you. I hope you're doing well if you see this video. Well, the last one of the Dexter note is called Apex Nightmare. Here we go, guys. Perfect. Everything works. Copy class, Euclid. The containment procedures. SCP-2840 is contained within 3 non-violent D-class hosts housed in a humanoid containment suite within Satellite Building C at Site 66. These 3 hosts must follow a sleep schedule as outlined by Dr. Bridge and are permitted entertainment material as requested. Personnel found asleep within 100 meters of SCP-2840's current host will be demoted. Need to check something on something else. Yeah, everything else is perfectly fine. As description, SCP-2840 is an incorporeal psychic entity that exists within the minds of humans experiencing REM sleep. SCP-2840 resides within 1 human subject at a time and appears dormant when the subject is conscious. It is capable of transferring itself between hosts that enter REM sleep within 100 meters from one another. It is not currently possible to track the movement of SCP-2840 between subjects outside of self-reports. While hosts to SCP-2840 individuals will remember their dreams each night, though imperfectly and forgetting minor details. Well, sounds like me then. SCP-2840 gravitates towards individuals that have a history of chronic nightmares and night terrors. That's not me. Luckily, subjects suffering from recurring nightmares will find themselves unable to experience a recurring dream again after occupation by SCP-2840. Hosts experience a change in their nightly dream cycles after acquiring SCP-2840. After this period, their night terrors will be interrupted by a dramatic shift in scenario. Details vary, but the interaction always ends in the neutralization of the nightmare and its replacement by SCP-2840. SCP-2840 will manifest mid-scenario, violently interrupting the dream and changing it to a different scenario. For example, a subject dreaming of being chased found that the pursuer was attacked and consumed by a featureless figure, and then found themselves trapped within a dark forest with the figure pursuing at a relaxed pace. Another subject with terrors of drowning experienced a sudden expulsion of bubbles from below, which led to a dream of falling in a clear void. While still asleep, hosts realize and understand that they are dreaming, but also an understanding that they are entirely safe. Each host recognizes that the entity or scenario, such as the featureless figure or the void, should cause fear or anxiety, but instead instills a sense of safety and relaxation. Upon waking, hosts recognize that SCP-2840, in whatever form it took during the dream, was aware of their existence and that it removed the perceived threat from their nightmare. SCP-2840 was discovered in a psychiatric hospital in Redacted. Over a 4-month period, 29 patients reported similar dreams now understood to be SCP-2840's primary symptoms. An embedded agent following an instance of SCP noticed a trend among unrelated patients and initiated an investigation into the phenomenon. The then current host of SCP-2840 was determined and extracted for containment, remains part of the containment procedures as D-2840-B. That was, yeah, as Casabon said, that was a nice and short one. Can you imagine you have like a nightmare and you like feel like you're like, oh, this can't get any worse, and then the nightmare is like, it can. What if I do make it worse? You already were in a bad scenario. Now you're in a way more bad, a badder scenario. And of course, it's also it's kind of mean how it's like the place they found it was in a mental hospital basically. It's like, yeah, the one place where people probably have nightmares non-stop. And then the SCP came around and was like, this would be fun. SCP-2840 sounds like the nightmares I had as a kid. See, this explains so much more about you, Mechanic. You probably had so many nightmares as a kid that, like, as an adult, you kind of like, I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Except snakes. That would be a reasonable explanation in my book, I would say. Oh yeah, Constable, you did say you want me to get to the SCP called the deer, and that's the one you wanted, because yesterday you're like, oh, I'll see you with the deer. Would you hug this SCP? I think Mechanic would. Actually, yeah, good question. Would you? Does this bring some childhood trauma out of here? While you answer that question, I shall go to the next one.